Anointed warriors. What up, spiritual family? And welcome back to Mount Fitness MBS Ministry, where I am your host, Brother Minister Mongoose. Now, if you're tuning in for the first time, let you know that I am not a traditional minister, nor is this a traditional ministry. For more information about what I mean by that, please stay tuned to the end of the video. But for now, I'd like to again take a brief moment to formally and officially welcome you guys to the channel. If it's your first time tuning in, if you're somewhat new to the channel, or if you are a long time subscriber and supporter. And a special shout of love and thanks goes out to the long-time subscribers and supporters of the ministry. But please know that each and every last one of you guys, newcomers, those in between, long-time subscribers, all of you guys are sincerely valued and highly appreciated. So please know that. And without further ado, we'll get off to today's topic, because there's some of you out there, guys, that this message is going to truly resonate with. There's some of you guys out there who have hopes and dreams, or at least you still have these hopes and dreams, but they've been dampened down. There was a time, there was a season where you walked with a certain spark and spunk, a certain energy, enthusiasm. There was a time when you showed up to that workplace, to that ministry, to that track or football tryout, whatever it was, and you had a certain gleam in your eyes. You knew that this was something that was meant for you. And over time, through so many mean stares, evil eyes, doors being slammed in your face, rumors being spread about you, over time, you've lost that zest, that zeal, that enthusiasm, that gleam in your eye. And you've lost it because the enemy deliberately set out to attack all of those things. The enemy always knows our greatness before we do. We got to remember that this thing that we call the devil was there when Heavenly Father created everything. And he laid it all out. The enemy was right there with him. Before the enemy, this thing we call Satan, before it decided to revolt against God. So this entity knows who's who and what's what. And the enemy's children, these disciples of darkness, these evil practitioners, narcissists, whatever you want to refer to them as, these unclean people, spiritually unclean people, they recognize you, and they deliberately set out to attack all the things that I just mentioned because they saw it in you. Your love, your kindness, your confidence, your rightful authority as the leader, as the person who is there to excel whatever it is that you have known in your heart that you was to excel at. Being the best singer in the choir, being the best attorney as it relates to the new attorney hires, being the next best rising superstar, if it was in the field of being an architect or flipping hamburgers. The enemy was able to see this, and you went in there on that day, or the first couple of days, first several months with this gleam in your eyes. It's my first day at McDonald's. I'm going to take this sweeping floors and flipping hamburgers. I'm going to take this and I'm going to push right on through this, through hard work, through perseverance, and through self-belief, that I'm going to push right through this, and I'm going to become the assistant manager, then the manager, then the general manager, then the regional. I'm headed to ownership. You knew that. You felt that. And the enemy knew that and felt that too. And so the enemy set out in a very calculated, in a very despicable and shameful way to cause you to second guess your worth. To get you to second guess your own worth / your own abilities, your own capabilities, and what it is that you're there to do and to achieve by way of this thing called God. Some of you guys have been tricked, manipulated, and deceived into surrendering or second guessing your own worth. Now, surrendering and second guessing, they're brothers. They're sewn at the hip. And some of you guys need to hear this, because that zest, that zeal, that was born out of you knowing your own worth has become stale and stagnant. And the enemy planned it to be so. Well, I'm here sounding the alarm, guys. It's time for you to remember your own worth. To know and to remember, if you've lost sight of it, if you've lost sight of it, if you've lost sight of it, it's time for you to remember it. And for those of you out there who may have already cleared this hurdle, because all of us, including myself, regardless of our certainty, our faith, our confidence through God, we've all gone through this phase where the enemy has attacked these things, these skills, these capabilities, this confidence, this love, this sense of direction, all the things that gave us this and led to us knowing our worth. We've all gone through this trial and testing phase. So for those of you guys that have already cleared that hurdle, it's now up to you to lead by example. To lead by example. Because a lot of people out there are partaking in these narcissistic games and this illusion, because they too have lost their own way. They've lost their own sight and focus and recollection on who it is that they are in terms of their worth through this thing we call God. So if you've cleared that hurdle, and I mean cleared it, in a genuine, whole, aspect, not a flawed aspect to where you've cleared it, but now it's arrogant, now it's ego, now it's a holier than thou, better than thou, look down your nose at somebody. No. That's going from one aspect of the illusion to the other. I mean, really cleared it in a holistic way to where it's genuine, it's humble, it's true, it's unyielding when it comes to confidence, certainty, and tolerance and love. If you've cleared it, then it's your divine assignment now to lead by example. And for those of you who may be still in the throes of it all, you may be still fighting these battles, that's okay. Just continue to fight the good battle. Fight the good fight through prayer, through study, through worship, through fasting, through meditation, through fellowship, all of these different things. Continue to fight the good fight. And know and remember your worth. Stop allowing stop second guessing. When you showed up, you knew there was a greatness that you were there to achieve. You knew the path. You knew you had a strategy, tactics on how you was going to implement that strategy. You had a game plan. You knew your worth. It's time for you to remember that and to again know your worth. And stop second guessing. Stop compromising and stop negotiating your worth. Because these things plays right into the hand of the enemy. If he can get you to doubt, or to compromise or, negotiate your worth, then his job is pretty much done, because you weren't there to come in second place. He doesn't set his children up to come in second or third place. We are first place, and there is no second place. Second place is not even an option when it comes to the divine path and plan that he has for your life. So stop doing those things. Stop compromising. Stop doubting. Stop second guessing. Stop negotiating your own worth. You are a very unique and a very rare individual. You've gone through the fires. You've made the mistakes. You've learned from those mistakes, and you've grown from those mistakes. You've paid the cost to be you. You've paid that price to be you. And what I mean by that is you've gone through so much. You've paid that price. You deserve the right. You've earned the right to be confident and sure about yourself. To be confident and sure about your talents and your abilities. You've paid the price. You've earned the right to be confident and sure of the fact that God is with you. How else could you have made it through all of the trials, the tribulations, the fiery darts of the enemies, your own setbacks, false beliefs, bad intentions, blunders? How else could you have made it through? You've paid the price to walk around with that gleam in your eye. That humble yet unapologetic walk, confidence, speaking with humbleness yet authority. You've earned that right. Stop letting the world convince you, that your money, your education, the status of your relationships, the kind of car you drive, how many friends you have. Stop letting the enemy trick you into believing that those things determine your worth. Again, your past mistakes and even your current struggles. These things don't determine your worth. They don't determine your worth. It's not what happens to a man or woman that determines their worth or their value. It's how they respond to those things. Having a little bit of money or no money at all. Having very few friends or no friends at all. Having little to no education. These things don't determine your worth. There's an old saying that it's not how hard you can punch that's going to make you a winner. That's not going to be the determining factor if whether or not you win. Yeah, being able to punch hard, and for those of you guys that are in boxing or mixed martial arts or maybe even football, any of the contact sports, you can relate to this. It's not how hard you can punch that's going to determine if whether or not you win. Now, being able to punch hard, that may win in Bush League, but when you come across some true competitors, some worthy competitors, it's not how hard you punch that's going to be the determining factor. It's going to come down to how hard you can be punched and keep right on fighting. And so I can tie that into this situation where it's not about what you're driving and what you ain't driving, your education, your lack thereof, how many friends you have, the lack thereof, your mistakes. No, it's not about that. It's about, can you still walk and be totally in tune through this thing that we call God? Totally remain focused on your worth. Can you still know your weight, your worth, in spite of the hard punches that you've had to endure? That's what's going to determine the winner, guys. Remember that. And don't be afraid to, from time to time, or every day, if need be, if several times throughout the day, so long as your heart remains clear and you're doing it from a very humble and again, a very sincere place, don't be afraid to pat yourself on the back. And to look deep within and remind yourself of all your different mistakes, your trials, your tribulations, all the labors that you've had to endure and overcome, all the punches you've had to take and kept and continue to keep right on fighting. This is what determines your worth. You have strength, power, courage. You have faith, perseverance, and love that most people will never discover. They'll never be able to have it. And when I say most people, obviously I'm talking about the people that are the disciples of darkness. They recognized it in you the moment you showed up. Oftentimes they can hear it when you set the interview over the phone. Your confidence, your love, your sincerity, your belief, your certainty in your value and your worth, they can pick up on these things. And they automatically go into sabotage mode. Some of you guys, again, as I mentioned, you're still in these seasons where all kinds of people, friends, family, strangers on the block, co-workers, even some of the bosses, that employ you, they continually and very constantly seek to downsize and downplay or flat out ignore your worth because they know it. They know that you're the one who's in divine authority. When you walk in, they say, okay, the guy, the girl that's in authority in this place, that's here to take this company to a new level, that's here to work for a certain amount of years and then branch out and start their own company that's going to bypass this company. They know that. They know that from the moment you walk in the building. And they intentionally start to these schemes and these deceptive ways in which they seek to get you to negotiate, to downplay your worth. You're not there to end up being the manager. Some of you guys, your anointing, your calling is so great, you're not even there to be the CEO of that company. You're there to stack your money, learn the lessons, whatever it is, be loyal to that company, work hard, and then go on and start your own company that's going to vastly surpass that company. But the enemy will try to get you to downplay that. They'll get you to downsize. Well, take a good managing position because they know. Well, take a CEO position. We'll let you run the entire company. Settle for that because they know once you start that other company, you'll build it from scratch and you'll go on to overtake that country, buy it out, run them out of business, whatever. They know that. Stop doubting your own worth. Again, the things that you've gone through, the trials, the lessons that you've learned, you've paid the cost to be you. You really have. And the things that are on the surface or superficial, what you look like, what you drive, what's in your bank account, these things don't determine your way or your worth. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid and thinking that it does, because it doesn't. You're gifted, you're anointed, you're creative, you're confident, you're loving, you're humble, you're kind, you're giving. You've gone through, as I mentioned, and overcome things that most people can't even fathom. So as I begin to close this, here's what I want you guys to do. If they don't get it, or if they intentionally or stubbornly decide that they're going to remain in denial about it, just keep being you. Just keep being you. Refuse to negotiate, refuse to ever even compromise or second guess your worth. Keep your shoulders back. Keep your head held high. Keep humbleness in your heart, courage in your spirit, and faith in your worth. Don't allow the world or the naysayers of the world to downsize or downgrade your worth. The devil is a lie. You are all of that. And as the old timers would say, you are all of that and a bag of chips. You've paid the cost. You've paid the cost. And you've paid, not only did you pay the cost, you've paid it in full. Like you're not making payments. You've paid the price, you've paid the cost in full. With your tears and all the different seasons of ups and downs, your trials, your tribulations, your setbacks, your own blunders, the betrayals, people walked out when you needed them the most. You've paid the price. You've paid the cost in full, and your worth is beyond all measure. Your worth is beyond all measure. So get your confidence back. Another word for confidence is faith. Get your faith back. Put that smile back on your face, or that joy in your heart. Whatever is organically you, get back to that. Get back to knowing your old worth. Get back to walking on sunshine. Get back to booming out with your personality, your thoughts, your creative ideas. Get back to all of that. All the things that you know, you walked into that job, that relationship, that city, that state, that environment, that business deal. You walked into that knowing your worth and knowing that through hard work, through perseverance, and all these different things, you're going to get it done because you knew your worth. Get back to that. Get back to remembering and knowing your own worth. And that's what I got for you guys as far as today's message. Now, if there's anything this ministry can do to be of assistance to you, to help you, to inform you, to guide you, to assist you, motivate you, pray for you, whatever it is that this ministry can do to help you get back to that, to knowing, understanding, embracing, remembering, and reclaiming your own worth, reach out to this ministry. I would love the opportunity to assist you. In fact, that's the sole expressed purpose of this ministry. So reach out to this ministry. And as I get into the closing, guys, again, I'm not a traditional minister. For what I mean by that, please watch a video that's titled My Testimony and Disclosure. This is not a traditional ministry. This ministry is promoting a holistic path to health and wellness, to life itself, and to fulfilling the race that He has set before us. This ministry provides you with real world services that are designed to help strengthen and nourish the whole you and not just parts of you. There's experiential-based philosophical consultative services that's designed to help strengthen and nourish the mind. There's ISSA certified fitness training to nourish and strengthen the body, and there's clean-hearted spiritual teachings and practices that are designed to help strengthen and nourish the spirit and the soul. Now, some additional services in which this holistic approach is also implemented consist of good old-fashioned motivational speaking, as well as youth and young adult mentoring and counseling. Please visit the physical fitness branch of the ministry located at mountfitnessmbs.com. And if you have any follow-up questions, or if you'd like some more specific details about these services, for the questions, please hit the email link I'll leave down in the description. Oh, and by the way, you can also schedule your initial consultation and evaluation in any or all of the services that I just mentioned. For the specific details about these services, please watch a video that's titled MBS Service Tutorial. Based on the information found in those two videos, as well as the information that I just put forth here, that lets you know up front what makes me a different kind of minister and what makes this a different kind of ministry. So that's what I got for you. That's what I got for you guys. Hey, listen, as always, I'd like to ask you guys, please help support this ministry. If you found any value whatsoever in today's message, or if you think there's someone else out there that could find value in today's message, please start by hitting the share button. Give the message an opportunity to go out there and provide value in the life of someone if you feel like there's someone out there that can afford to benefit and hear this message. Benefit from and hear this message. Also, guys, please hit the thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, and then be sure to hit the bell icon if you'd like to receive notifications when I upload a new message. If the Holy Spirit moves you to make a monetary donation in support of this ministry, which would allow me to spend more time making these kinds of messages and being inspiring, motivational and informative to even more people, then go to that Cash App link, make a monetary donation, and remember that no amount is too small. In whatever way you choose to show your support, your kindness, your charity, your generosity to this ministry, may you receive an abundant harvest, shaken down, pressed together, and running over in whatever area and all areas that he would move you to support this ministry. Hitting the like, subscribing, sharing the messages, whatever the case may be, leaving comments, whatever good seed that you plant into this ground, may you receive your abundant harvest, shaken down, pressed together, and running over. And that's what I got for you guys. So I'll get out of here, but not before, as always, encouraging you guys to always live a life that prioritizes faith over fear, truth over tradition, knowledge over nonsense, love over lust, and people over profit. Now go out there and get your confidence back. Get your faith back. Remember who you are. Wake up and remember. Know your worth. You don't have to second guess. You don't have to settle. You don't have to downsize, and you don't have to allow anyone else to cause you to downsize. The enemy is always trying to this sleight of hand. Look at your bank account. Well, that's how much you're worth. You know, look at how you look in the mirror. Look at all the weight or you got to lose or whatever. That's what you're worth. The devil is a lie. Look how many friends you got or don't have. Look at the education you got or don't got. That's what you're worth. The devil is a lie. It's all sleight of hand. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all poppycock. You know what you're worth because he's already revealed that to you. Remember your worth. Know who you're worth. And again, if there's anything this ministry can do to help you along with this journey, that journey, or whatever, anything that this ministry is anointed to help you with, please reach out. Again, I'd love the opportunity to assist you. That's what I got for you guys. I love you all. I am Brother Minister Mongoose, and I will holler back. Peace.